Good morning, my name is Tracy Collyer and I'm the principal here at Salem High School. And with the start of a school year just around the corner, we thought we'd give you an update on what's been happening in terms of construction. So just a couple of reminders. Our freshman orientation is Monday, August 28th. It starts at 7:30 and the buses will be running for students. And on August 29th, everyone comes back for our first full day of school. And if you're looking for bus routes, you can look on the sau57.org website. All the bus routes are there. If you are taking a bus, you will get dropped off where you always have in front of our Performing Arts Center, which is also known as the student entrance. But if you decide to drive your child to school, you'll drop off here in front of the main entrance. 2 rows of traffic will come in, 2 rows out. If you want to go left towards Main Street, you want to get in the left lane. If you're going to head towards Veterans Memorial Parkway, when you exit, you want to get in the right lane. I'm standing where parent drop-off will be if you decide to drive your child to school. The main entrance is to my right, but behind me is what we call Building A. And the building will be identified with letters, A wing, B wing, C wing. That letter will be part of the numbering system. And then we've done that for a couple reasons. It's easier to identify sections of the building. For example, if we call it a humanities wing or an English wing, and in the future the types of classes being held there change, we would have to change the name of that hallway. But by calling it A wing, B wing, C wing, E wing, it will remain consistent through the life of the building. Also, when emergency responders come to the school, they'll know which area we're talking about or where they need to go to get to the incident as quickly as possible. So behind me is what we call the A wing, and this is the section of the building adjacent to the bus port. This is going to be worked on entirely through the summer and the first semester. So this will open up to students second semester. And in this wing will be the art programs on the first floor, our continuing education office, Jeff Dennis, who's one of our Dean of Students, his office will be here, and the TV studio, which is being worked on right now. So you may ask, well, where is the TV studio now? Where are we videotaping? Where is the office? I know the school board meetings are being videotaped in the Performing Arts Center, but if you want to speak to or meet with anyone from Media Services or SCTV, they are being housed in one of our portable classrooms, portable number 2, and that's over to my left. So you see a lot of activity behind me, construction trucks. So you might be asking, how are students going to move from the portables into the main building? So we'll show you that next. As we said, we want to safely move the students from the portables into the main building. So the students will exit out this door. There'll be a walkway poured here. It will lead them right up to the Performing Arts Center main entrance. And as you can see, it's all fenced in to separate the students from the construction work. So right now I am in the bus port driveway. Again, students from the portables will walk up a walkway and enter here in the Performing Arts Center to access the main building. Behind me, again, is A wing, and you might say to yourself, well, if A wing is not available, all those classrooms are gone, where will the students be? So Mr. Dodge, the CTE director, and I sat down and we have utilized every classroom, every inch of this building for instructional space come this year. So, for example, we have a classroom within our library, and we are using that as classroom space this year. Also, the temporary classrooms are still available out in the forecourt gym. So we have had to move some classrooms around in space that is not their permanent space, but temporarily it will be good instructional space. Also, we are offering all of our courses this year to the students. We wanted to make sure that every student had the same opportunities students had in the past. We've had to get a little creative with that. For example, pottery or the art classes will be in this wing behind me come semester 2. So pottery is a class that will only be offered semester 2. It's difficult to find a space for such a unique program with so much equipment, so we won't be offering it semester 1, but for any students who want to take it, they'll take it semester 2. So we've had to strategically schedule some classes for students. Also, another thing you might be concerned about is safety for students. We've worked with the architects and Salem Fire Department, gone over our egress and emergency evacuation routes. They've been approved. We will run several fire drills right when students come back to school so that we can ensure everyone exits the building in an orderly and safe fashion. Now we're standing inside the Performing Arts Center foyer, and if you're looking at your map that we've alluded to previously, this is the H building. Performing Arts Center is straight ahead with band and chorus space. Over to my right through these doors is how you will eventually access A building. Of course, it's not ready until second semester. And over to my left, around the corner, you go down those stairs, and that's how you would access the locker rooms, again, part of H building. And at the bottom of the stairs, you go to the left, and that's where you'll find the forecourt gym and the temporary classrooms, and that's G building on your map. But we have some new space opening up when students return, and this is the F wing. And this includes the IT office, nurse's office, and up on the second floor is some special education space. So let's go take a look at that. I am now in the new area. It's called our F wing, and as I said, nurse's office, IT office is here, but for those of you who remember the original Salem High School, the principal's office was in here for 50 years, continuing education in our guidance office, and if I were to continue straight down this hallway, the cafeteria is going to be on my right. But let's go take a look at the new nurse's office. Wait till you see this beautiful new space. Now we're inside our beautiful new nursing suite. As you can see, there's plenty of seating here for students who are waiting. Over here we have a quiet room. It's important to have a quiet room now for concussion protocol and for students recovering, students who have migraines or just need a quiet space that is not a stimulant for them. The nurses will greet you here. They have private restrooms. We have storage. Nice exam rooms back here. They have an office. It's everything a modern school nursing office would need to make sure our students and staff are healthy. I am still in the F area of the school if you're looking at your map, and this is our new IT office. What's nice about this space is there's a big open area for them to collaborate as a team when they're talking about making decisions on what technology is best for our students, how to integrate technology into instruction. There's also an area for them to re-image machines, which they do often as they cycle machines in and out of the different schools, so they're able to set up many laptops and get that done quickly, more efficiently than setting them up on, say, a large table and only doing a few at a time. There are also some offices in here, some space for people to work individually or as a team. The other thing you should notice about in IT, as well as all of our conference rooms, all of our instructional spaces, our team rooms, we have state-of-the-art interactive projectors, which teachers really, really use them. Gone are the days of overheads. These projectors, teachers can't wait to get these and use them in their classrooms. We are upstairs in the F wing, so right below us, again, just to remind you, is IT in the nurse's office, and upstairs, this is the new F2 area. If you recall, the old Salem High School, this is where the director's office and the two computer labs were. And this is a great example of how we're using space temporarily until the permanent spaces are done. For example, this conference room. This is where a few of our special education case managers will have their desks and use as their office space until their permanent location is ready for them. So again, this is the second floor of F building, and I'm in what is called our OT and PT skills room. We have a population of students who stay with us until they're 21, and this is eventually where they will do their physical therapy, some speech therapy, but we're using this space for different purposes for the upcoming school year. For example, over to my left in this office, this is where you'll find Kathy Coster, our Director of Continuing Education, until her new space is ready second semester. This room will be used for an English 10 class, and you can see it's a good instructional space. They have the technology they need that the other classrooms will have. So eventually, at the end of the project, our special education students will be using this space, and it's bright and beautiful, lots of natural light. unlike their previous space, but for the time being, we will be using this for a classroom. We are now in the room just next door to the OT and PT lab. It's called the Life Skills Lab, and again, this is a space for some of our students who are with us until they're 21. You can see learning life skills, how to cook, use the stove, a kitchen. There's also a washer and dryer set up here. And this is one of 3 spaces that they will eventually have in the building, but for next year, this will be both their life skills in their classroom instructional space for the upcoming school year. Okay, the door I just walked out of is right by the athletic director's office, Mr. Nsinga, in the hallway where the fitness room is. So if you are in a class that has a D in front of the room number, automotive, we also have some temporary spaces out here. We're taking the building construction classroom and dividing it into 4 rooms for physics and health science technology. For the upcoming school year, we're going to keep building construction over at the Hague School and use their space temporarily. Also, the wood shop is over here. So again, for students, if you're looking at your schedule and it has a D in front of the room number, you're out here. So as you enter what we call D building, and if you're looking at your map, you'll see where that is. If you come in and go right, you're now in our new beautiful state-of-the-art automotive facility. I'm sure this is going to be the envy of centers and probably dealerships around the state. It's tremendous what our students have available to them here. Other programs out in this area will include computer network repair. Within automotive here, there is a classroom. And in the future, the automotive students will use that classroom. But for this upcoming year, they'll have their classes, their instructional time right in the shop. And we are going to use the automotive classroom for our engineering students. So we're going to set up our CAD lab in there. As you enter this building, if you go left, that's where you'll find our Wood Tech program. That's also where you'll find Mr. Hazel's TV production class. There's a shared tech ed classroom to be used by our building construction students and our woodshop students. But for this year, we are going to set up our TV production class in there. Also, Mr. Dodge and his CTE staff will be down as you enter the building going left. And again, another reminder, this is D building, so if you're looking at your map, you'll be able to see that. I am standing in the mezzanine in the automotive shop. It's great because they have lots of storage up here. And as you can see, we have some work to do before the start of school, but I can guarantee you we will be ready for students and staff when they return shortly. The next installment of Business as Usual will go live the end of October, beginning of November. And at that time, some of our new science classrooms will open. Those are located in the C building, if you're looking at your map. I'd like to thank our partners in this project because without them, this would not be happening. It's been a very collaborative relationship with Harvey Construction, Trident Project Advantage Group, Silverman Trikowski, and LaValle Brenzinger Architects. And finally, I would like to thank again the Salem voters because without you, this building would not look the way it does. And we're offering our students such an opportunity to learn in this environment. It will serve them well into the future. So we'll see you next time. Thank you.
This has been a Salem School District Media Services presentation.